Hey guys, this is Brian, aka Dr. Denim, bringing you another What Sold video. I'm going to start creating daily What Sold videos on eBay, and I will include the top 10 items that sold for me the previous day. A couple of reasons. Number one, to help you figure out what you may source that could generate good profit for you. And number two, just to keep track for myself. And I guess actually a third reason, I do have a couple sourcers that source for me part-time, and this would help them understand what is actually selling to know what to source when they're outsourcing for me. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you stick around to the very end because we're going from 10 down to up to number one. Number one being the most expensive item, number 10 being the least expensive item. And coming in at number 10, we have a pair of Cole Haan heeled shoes, size 6B, brown leather pumps. I don't normally do a lot of women's heels, but Cole Haan is a brand that sometimes I will pick up, and this sold for $25 and change. Oh yeah, this is what caught my attention. I remember when I sourced these at the thrift. These actually have the Nike Air, which is a collaboration that Cole Haan did with Nike, and these are these insoles are going to be more comfortable. They also did this on the men's shoes, so that makes these more valuable. So Cole Haan Nike Air is usually a good combination. All right, next up at number 9, we have a Cricket Polo golf shirt. I picked this up at a garage sale a couple of weeks ago. I think I paid $2 for it. It sold for 20. And this is a men's size extra large purple. These sell for quite a bit of money new. I took a best offer, probably could have got a little bit more, but this did end up selling for 20. You know, 2 into 20 is pretty good, and I'll take that all day. And if you're not familiar with the brand Cricket, it is a good high-end, well, higher-end polo brand. All right, next up, number 8, we have Tommy Bahama, Bahama Hawaiian shirt. Now, I know it's November and we've got Thanksgiving on our mind. I know I sure do. Love some turkey and all those good sides. But guess what? It's not cold everywhere. And, you know, and plus eBay is an international site. So anyway, I know Tommy Bahama doesn't do as well as it did a few years back, but if I can pick these up for the right price, I will still do that. I picked this up at a garage sale. I think I also paid $2 for this. This is kind of got the bold tropical colors. I believe this one was silk. Yeah, this is also 100% silk. So you got that purple. It's contrasted nicely with these bright floral colors. And Tommy Bahama is still a winner for me. So that one sold for 28 and change plus shipping. I don't do free shipping. I charge shipping on all of my pre-owned items. All right, next up. And by the way, if you're finding this content useful, I appreciate a quick thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so you can get notified of these items, so you can figure out what's selling for me and what might sell for you. Okay, next up we have, I think we're at number 7. Yeah, we have a pair of Rockawear men's jeans, size 36 by 35. Rockawear is like these, I believe, are vintage 90s. This style and this brand is so, but I do sell these. They may not sell right away, but Rockawear is a brand that I'm always picking up. These sold for 20 something and change. They've got the embroidery, it's distressed, got the light wash. Yeah, and so there we go. Rockawear will sell in the 20s, at least it does for me. Moving on up the top 10 list at number 6, we have a pair of vintage Calvin Klein jeans. These are made in the USA, women's size 14, high rise, black. Here's a little tip. When you're looking at tags, most items are not made in the USA. A lot of that manufacturing was shipped overseas, like starting in the 90s, and into more recent times. Also, the tag, when you find one of those like hard paper tags, that's usually a good indication. It could also be vintage, made in the USA, and that's what these are. Calvin Klein. They sold for 22 and change plus shipping. I don't remember when or where I got this. I did have these for a little while, so was happy to move them on. Move them on out to their happy new owner. All right, next up in our Polo list of brands that sold, we have number 5, a pair of Ralph Lauren wool slacks, men's size 38 by 34. I have noticed an uptick in what I would say classify maybe as back to work clothing. I know Kevin, aka the Thrifting Lounge, has been talking about this. He's in our podcast, the Reseller Roundtable. By the way, you might want to check out that podcast where there's 4 of us resellers, and we discuss reselling. That's on Spotify and other places. But anyway, he's big into blazers, into suits, and slacks also fit into that niche. And Ralph Lauren is it's obviously a brand that does well. And the material in this case is 100% wool. That's a plus. So I do pick these up and, flip these when I find them. All right, moving on up the ladder at number 4. Now, about a year ago, I joined Tech and Sports and Daily Refinement, or Chris's paid group. And since then, I've niched down to clothing and shoes. Before joining the group, I was an everything seller, which honestly is more fun. I'll be honest about that, but I think you can make more money niching down. By the way, in the comments below, tell me what do you sell on eBay? Do you believe in niching down, like being focusing on one area or a couple areas, or do you like to sell a little bit of everything? Tell me in the comments below. But anyway, this was from my everything days. I picked this up at an auction. This is a lot of Harley Davidson motorcycle models, and I had these for about a year, maybe a little bit longer. I think I paid $5 for these at an auction. They sold for 38 and change plus shipping. Was happy to send them on their way to a new home. All right, next up at number 3. Once again, remember we're going up in value. My third best sell of the day was, well, and I say for the day, I'm going to start doing these every day, but I did a what sold video on Sunday, and moving forward, we're going to start doing a quick daily video to keep track. But anyway, we have a pair of Buckle or BKE Anarchy jeans. These are men's 42R. The actual measurements were 44 by 32. This has the whiskering right here, which is like these contrasted colors that contrast against the other denim. These sold for a nice amount, sold for 44 and change plus shipping. BKE, especially on the men's, but even on the women's, is a brand I'm always on the lookout for when it comes to jeans, and they can sell for some good money. So there you have it. All right, we only have 2 left. Let's go ahead and get up to the second best sell of the week, or now the week of the day. Here we have FootJoy. This is a pair of classics by FootJoy. These are Oxford dress shoes, casual shoes, made in the USA. Now, usually when you find FootJoy is known primarily as a golf brand. I also am looking out for the FootJoy Polo golf shirts. And usually when I find FootJoy in a shoe, it's usually a golf shoe. These were not golf shoes, as you can see by the bottom. These are actually what do you call them, Oxfords or lace-up shoes, size 10.5. There you can see the made in the USA tag, and these sold for 51 and change, which is a nice flip. I think I picked these up at a thrift. I want to say I paid $6.99 plus tax, so that's a pretty good flip right there. I do like shoes along with my clothing. All right, we're about to hit the number 1 most profitable item that I sold yesterday. So once again, if you haven't, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe if you want to get more. Also click that notification bell so you can be notified when these videos are released. I'll be doing these daily to help you figure out which items to source. All right, my best sell of the day was an UGG fleece. I guess you would call it a jacket. Now, normally UGG, the interesting thing about UGG started out as like a surf company. And when I ask you, when I say UGG, what comes to mind, right? We usually think of the women's boots, those fleece boots, those winter boots. And I do pick those up and sell those when I find them. But UGG also has a men's division, and this jacket was really nice. I found this at a garage sale. I think I paid $3 or $4 for it. Nice soft fleece. Matter of fact, I might have even kept it if it was my size, but it's not a double XL. You have the multi buttons on this, and it sold for $40 plus shipping. And my totals may be off a little bit. Like when you go to those classics, I think I might have sold them for a little bit less. I don't know if it's actually showing the best offer on these. But anyway, these are the top 10. And UGG jackets are good. And I love garage sales. You never know what you're going to find. They're good for hard goods. They're good for clothing. They're good for anything. Most people just want to get rid of stuff. So if you live in an area with a lot of garage sales, you may want to hit up some. It is a lot of work. You got to do a lot of grinding. You got to do a lot of driving, but the rewards can be helpful. Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. I hope this video helped you find some items that you might be able to find and flip for good money. So thanks for coming by, and we'll see you on the next one.